Katia, people here in Cal Allen were excited for this dog park, but now cost compared to quality is raising concern. And as you can see, the wind has already picked up. As Dale said, if you're on the coast, you're gonna feel the wind. You're also gonna see that storm surge. So I'm gonna move out of the way so you can see that storm surge and see. Brooks County Sheriff Benny Martinez says 30 people were aboard the van. That includes 3 Mexican nationals, 26 Honduran nationals. Katia, Pat, what we do know right now is that a 19-year veteran with the Kingsville Police Department was shot earlier today and airlifted to a hospital in Corpus Christi. And that curfew that you just talked about, according to County Judge Eric Ramos, has been set in place for Brooks County for about 4 years. 64-year-old Johnny Leal is a resident of the Palms Nursing Home that you see right here behind me. So there is some periods of sunshine here, but there are some clouds that are covering that sun right now. This did happen in Live Oak County. DPS and other agencies were led on a chase in that county, which ended up here in Corpus Christi on Agnes and Baldwin. Hey, Paul, well, people here in Rockport say they've never experienced something quite like this. And according to the Heart Research Institute, they say that this manatee will likely stay along the coastline until it finds its way back home. A representative from TxDOT does tell us that they will be monitoring the situation. They also tell us that local law enforcement... That's right, a very different day from yesterday, Bill. Yesterday morning was really bad with that fog, but today a very different picture. Joining us, police in Aransas Pass are searching for suspects in an attempted abduction and assault that happened Monday night on the 300 and 400 block. We begin today with some sad news out of Duval County. County Judge Gilbert Sines passed away on Saturday. Exciting news here in the Coastal Bend. Well, we're getting a cheesecake factory. This is what it's going to look like. News: one person behind bars in connection to an overnight stabbing that left one man dead. The stabbing.
But I'm just gonna miss him.
A 14-year-old who brightened up his father's life daily. A country boy who loved to fish and hunt with his dad, Damon Arthur.
Very kind, loving, caring person, and wanted to help other people all the time, and just would do anything for anybody.
Damon adopted Travis when he was a child and says it was the best decision of his life.
It's not easy to understand at all, but I just want people to know that they need to reach out to their children, and they need to check with them.
Arthur says he did just that. He says he found a note in his son's bedroom when he went to wake him up for school, and the note mentioned all he wanted was an end to bullying.
This helps bring light to one other family and helps this be stopped. I think it's going to continue to roll forward and help other families.
He says an investigation is ongoing and local authorities are going through Travis's phone. Arthur says although he is going through some dark days, all he wants is for his son's voice to be heard and for justice to be served.
And I'll find their children just like mine was. I got to help them.
He says he will continue to be a voice for children who went through the same things his son did, and he will continue to fight for his son, a 14-year-old whose life was cut short.
I'm not ready for it. No parent is. No parent should have to go through it.
A father who loved his son endlessly. Looking out for your neighbor. It's exactly what a couple of baristas at the Starbucks on SPID and Staples recently did.
Great example for other people, for other businesses to, I don't know if that Starbucks trains their baristas that way, but if they do, bravo. If they don't, my gosh, take a note from, this crew.
It was a late Saturday night when Brandy Robertson's daughter, who's in high school, was approached by a man as she was studying.
I guess he was very kind of loud and animated, and, she wasn't intimidated by it. However, all of a sudden, a Starbucks employee came up and handed her this cup.
On this cup, it said, "Are you okay? Do you want us to intervene? If you do, take the lid off the cup."
She said she was like, oh, and she looked up and she said all of the employees were all just staring at her, just ready to help. And she was so touched by that.
Brandy says the man went back to sit with his friends when he noticed that her daughter and the staff were communicating with each other. Brandy says she hopes more businesses train their employees to notice when customers may be in danger and what they can do to help.
It takes a lot of work. It's extremely hard, and it's not safe for her or for me.
Is that your favorite, Amber? George is your favorite?
Amber suffered a traumatic brain injury when she was struck by a drunk driver. A day at the beach ending in tragedy. For 3 decades, Ana Chavez had dedicated herself to the care of her daughter, but it hasn't always been easy.
Now it is extremely difficult because she is a lot older. She's now 32 and probably weighs a little over 130 pounds. So I still am able to transfer her, but it takes a lot of work.
Ana says that it's been difficult trying to carry Amber into her Jeep without a lift, and it can be dangerous for both of them. One thing they do share, thanks to the help of a wheelchair, is a run.
She is definitely not a morning person, but she loves seeing the faces and the different people and the runners and just the community being out. She just loves the music that we play for her as we're out there, and it's usually on the bayfront, so she gets to see the view, she gets to see all the different people and then all the other kids.
Running is how Ana met Sandra Loera, a fellow avid runner who also has a daughter with a disability.
Knowing how important it is for them to be easily isolated in the community and having them included into the community and having just the obstacle of a vehicle to transport, it shouldn't be.
A life full of obstacles for both Amber and Ana. With the help of the community, they're hoping a smoother road may be ahead. Javier Guerra, Chris 6 News.